Welcome to the Deep Dive.
Welcome back, everyone. Ready for another deep dive with me? Today, we are going to be looking at the career of Charles Luckman.
You bet. This one is a fascinating story, and there are some really interesting marketing insights we can pull from his journey, too.
Absolutely. But first, for folks who maybe haven't heard of Charles Luckman, could you give us just a little bit of background on who he was and what he's known for?
Sure. Charles Luckman he was an architect. Pretty prominent, actually. Designed a lot of pretty recognizable buildings, like Madison Square Garden.
Wow, Madison Square Garden. Okay, so this guy was the real deal. No small potatoes here.
Not at all, no.
So now, this is where it gets interesting, right? Because his whole career, this incredible path that led him to design these iconic structures, it kind of all started with a simple question. Almost a childlike question.
Yeah, about some pretty lights he saw.
Pretty lights. See, I love this. It's such a great, like a relatable starting point, right? I mean, who hasn't been captivated by some pretty lights?
Exactly. It just goes to show, I think, that inspiration can come from anywhere,
Totally. So what were these pretty lights all about? What sparked young Charles's curiosity?
Well, the story goes that, little Charles, he was just a kid, really, and he saw this chandelier.
A chandelier, okay.
Yeah. And he was just mesmerized by it, but he didn't know what it was, so he asked this woman at a newsstand.
Okay, so just a, everyday encounter, nothing fancy.
Right. And get this, she explained to him what a chandelier was, in simple terms. And she told him that architects, they're the ones who decide where these beautiful things go.
Oh, wow. Talk about a light bulb moment.
Right. And that's the thing. It wasn't some grand lecture, or a fancy design book. It was this simple interaction that ignited this passion in him. And I think as marketers, we can really learn from that,
I'm starting to see where you're going with this. So you're saying, like, marketing doesn't have to be this complicated, overproduced thing.
Exactly. Sometimes the most impactful moments are the ones that feel the most genuine and relatable. Just like that woman explaining the chandelier. She sparked a curiosity in him, and provided him with an answer that was clear and concise. And it was enough to, change his entire life trajectory.
It's like she gave him this incredible gift without even realizing it.
Exactly. And that's the power of clear communication, right? And piquing someone's interest. It's about providing value and clarity, even in the simplest of interactions.
And finding that inspiration in unexpected places, thinking outside the box.
Right. I mean, who would have thought a newsstand encounter could spark a lifelong passion for architecture? But it did.
I love that. So how can marketers, us sitting here listening, how can we apply this pretty lights kind of thinking to, what we do? What are some actionable takeaways?
Well, I think first and foremost, it's about being open to inspiration from, wherever it may come. Don't just get caught up in what everyone else in your industry is doing.
Don't be afraid to look beyond, the usual sources.
Right. Look for the unexpected. Think about how Luckman's story connects to the customer journey.
Ah, yes, the customer journey.
He was intrigued, right? He asked a question, he got an answer that really resonated with him, and it sparked, a whole chain of events. We need to be creating those kinds of moments for our audience,
Creating aha moments, you mean?
Yeah. But how do we do that, right? Especially when we're not dealing with something as visually captivating as a chandelier. How do we create that same level of intrigue?
That's a good question. It's easy to, get caught up in just listing features.
Right.
But that doesn't always connect with people on an emotional level.
Yeah, it's about going deeper. Think about it. Those pretty lights, they represented something more, right? Design, ambiance, creating a specific feeling. We have to frame our products and services in the same way.
So it's less about what it is, more about what it does for the customer.
Exactly. We need to position our offerings as solutions to problems. Tap into those desires and aspirations that our customers have. It's about crafting a narrative that resonates.
A story that draws them in and shows them how our product or service can, actually improve their lives.
Precisely. And, just like that woman at the newsstand, we need to be ready to answer those questions that our audience has, provide them with that clarity.
Guide them on their journey. Wow, this is really making me think differently about, my own approach.
I'm glad to hear that.
This has been a really insightful deep dive, I have to say. So to wrap up, it sounds like what we can learn from Charles Luckman and those pretty lights is, to stay curious, be open to inspiration from unexpected places, and remember that even the simplest interactions can, have a huge impact.
Absolutely.
And don't forget about the customer journey. Think about how you can guide your audience, spark their curiosity, and ultimately show them how you can provide a solution to their needs.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So I'll leave you with this. What pretty lights might you be overlooking in your own work? Or even just in life? What hidden potential is waiting to be uncovered if you just, start asking the right questions?
That's a great question to ponder.
I think so too. And that's all the time we have for today's deep dive. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. It was fun.
Step right up, we're diving in. Marketing tales from where to when. Curious facts that make you grin. Welcome, friends, let's begin. From lost campaigns to clever schemes, broken dreams and wild extremes, the lessons learned through all extremes. Truth is stranger than it seems. Oh, it's the deep dive you gotta hear. Marketing tales from far and near. The lessons wrapped in laughter clear. Oh yeah, we're taking the rear. Marketing myths and legends bold. Stories better than gold. Every tale is retold in ways you've never been told. From the quirky ads gone haywire to campaigns that catch fire. Every story to admire. Tune in and let's aspire. Oh, it's the deep dive you gotta hear. Marketing tales from far and near. Lessons wrapped in laughter clear. Oh yeah, we're taking the rear. From lost campaigns to clever schemes, broken dreams and wild extremes, the lessons learned through all extremes. Truth is stranger than it seems. Oh, it's the deep dive you gotta hear. Marketing tales from far and near. Lessons wrapped in laughter clear. Oh yeah, we're taking the rear. Oh yeah, we're taking the rear. Oh, it's the deep dive you gotta hear. Marketing tales from far and near. Lessons wrapped in laughter clear. Oh yeah, we're taking the rear. Oh yeah, we're taking the rear.